Hi besties, welcome back to Girl Math Gaming, where I tell you all about iconic game characters without ever knowing the lore. And trust me, I am very accurate. Today we are discussing John Marston from Red Dead Redemption. I watched the gameplay, and I don't think John Marston is the devoted family man everyone says he is. I think he's kind of a deadbeat. Now, before you panic, yes, I know he says he's doing everything for his family, but if we actually look at the situation, this man is never with his family, ever. He has a wife, Abigail, he has a son, Jack, and what is John Marston doing for most of the game? Riding away from them for hours, across entire states, on a horse. Now, maybe I'm just a simple girl, but if your main goal is protecting your family, maybe step one is being physically near your family. Just a thought. Because every time Abigail shows up, she's like, "John, please stop doing crimes." And John's response is basically, "I hear you, but I must immediately leave on horseback." Sir, that is not conflict resolution. That is cowboy avoidance behavior. And he's supposedly out there trying to redeem himself, but what is he actually doing? Drinking in saloons, playing poker, gambling with random men named things like Earl and Dusty, picking flowers in the wilderness like he's starring in a Frontier cottagecore documentary. I'm sorry. You're telling me this man is on a life or death mission for his family? And he has time to stop and collect wild herbs? For what? Potpourri? Essential oils? Is Abigail back at the ranch waiting for a lavender shipment? Because that's the only explanation that makes sense. Oop. There's some more. Oh, don't forget that one. Take your time, dude. Also, everyone calls him this legendary outlaw, but half the time he's just running errands for strangers. Someone's wagon is broken. Someone's horse wandered off. Someone needs help finding a hat. And John is like, "Sure, I will absolutely delay seeing my wife and child for another 6 hours." This man treats side quests like a full-time career. And then there's the actual plot. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, the government basically kidnaps his family and is like, "Hey John, go hunt down your old gang." And instead of saying no, or "this feels toxic," or even asking for a contract, he's just like, "Yeah, okay, I'll go track down all my emotionally complicated ex-coworkers." Hello, you are being manipulated. This is not a quest. This is a hostage situation with extra steps. And the people he's chasing, Bill, Javier, Dutch, these are not random criminals. These are men he used to ride with, which means every mission is basically track down your old friend, have a dramatic conversation, then immediately escalate into violence. And I'm just watching could we maybe have tried a group chat first? A mediation session? A quick, "Hey guys, the government is threatening my family. Can we not do this?" But no, it's always write up dramatically, say something cryptic, gunfight. And then he moves on to the next one like it's a cowboy breakup tour. Meanwhile, Jack is growing up somewhere off screen, learning how to read from, I don't know, feelings. And the way people talk about John Marston, you'd think he's this incredible romantic hero. But his entire love language is basically, "I'll be back soon." And then he disappears for 3 in-game weeks to hunt cougars and gamble. And also, and I need someone to explain this, if he was such a successful outlaw, why is he still broke? He robs trains, he robs banks, he robs entire towns. And yet, every time I see him, he's rummaging through drawers looking for 50 cents and a biscuit. Sir, where is the money going? Did he invest it in horse maintenance? Lose it at the track? I mean, he's always playing liar's dice and losing, so I guess that fits the deadbeat theory. Also, didn't he literally die at the end and then just come back later like nothing happened? So now I'm supposed to believe he can't visit his family regularly, but he can respawn? Interesting priorities. And wasn't the whole thing happening because Dutch framed him in the first place? I'm pretty sure that's why the government was after him. So this entire situation is basically just bad friend group, poor communication, and now he's on a cross-country revenge errand instead of being at home. And I'm supposed to find that romantic? Also, and this is important, Jack is 12 for the entire game. How? He never ages. Time passes, years pass, and Jack is still just standing there reading books like a haunted Victorian child. So at this point, I have questions about the parenting situation. All I'm saying is this. John Marston says he loves his family, but if loving your family means drinking in saloons, playing poker, picking flowers, hunting bears, and riding across the country for weeks at a time, then I'm not convinced. I'm not saying he's a bad man. I'm just saying if my husband said he was leaving for months to protect the family, and then I found out he was gambling and collecting wildflowers, we would be having a very serious ranch conversation. But that's just me.
I'll be having that. That's the flower. Perfect. Might as